Alright, so, if you guys must know, if you are watching this, my time it's like, what kind of creatures are in
It
Niflheim?
is populated mostly by frost
It's
giants,
2:37 in the morning.
but you might also meet up with Vola.
Who's that?
She is a prophetess who is quite adept at predicting the future.
What's so special about Niflheim?
Apparently, it is a land of great magic, most notably Ravenspire. The towering peak is a focal point of Asgardian powers.
Would this area be used to Dr. Doom?
Could be. Rumor has it a sorcerer of his powers could perform some incredible magic there.
Thanks, Black Widow.
It was my pleasure. Hello, Spider-Man. How do you like Valhalla?
You know, I've never seen so many big, sweaty guys since the last time I went to a tractor pull.
It was my...
It's good to see you.
Oh, looking over here. Is Asgard safe now?
Thanks to your having freed the gods, the situation is slowly coming under control.
Did opening the Bifrost Bridge help?
Most definitely. There were quite a few gods within on Earth that were able to return through Bifrost and help in the battle to retake Asgard.
Could Dr. Doom be after Odin?
Only a madman would attempt something like that. Odin's the single most powerful god in Asgard.
But where else would the Masters be here?
While I appreciate your guessing at Doom's motives, I have top men looking into that right now. All this idle speculation is gaining us nothing.
Thanks, Confer.
It's no problem.
Fuck you, Carl.
Greetings, and welcome back. How may I be of assistance?
Hello, Vision. Who are currently the Masters of Evil?
Dr. Doom is
Oh,
the
leaders.
head of the group, but his lieutenants are Ultron, Baron Mordo, and Enchantress.
When did Loki join?
Only very recently, since the attack on the helicarrier. I believe we will soon find out his ultimate reason for taking up with them.
Who is Enchantress?
She is a goddess of the Asgard realm, who is considered to be quite powerful. Her primary magic deals with mind control by means of seduction.
Seduction?
Yes, it is said one kiss from her will turn a man into her servant. That may explain why her henchman, the Executioner, follows her every whim.
Who's
He
Ultron?
is a mechanical being who's convinced that all biological forms of life are inferior. He was originally created by Hank Pym to be his assistant.
What happened to Ultron that changed him?
Ultron was built to learn and adapt. Unfortunately, he became fully sentient and rebelled against Dr. Pym. As a part of his evil schemes, he created me.
Ultron created you?
Yes, I am a synthezoid created by Ultron to be one of his followers. My body was based on the original robotic Human Torch, while my mind is patterned after Wonder Man.
So why is she working for Ultron now?
I was able to see the error of Ultron's philosophy and decided it was incorrect. It was then I joined the Avengers.
Thanks, Vision.
Feel free to return if you require additional information.
Hello. Is there something I can do for you?
Hi, Dr. Pym. Is there anything special about Niflheim?
Ravenspire is located there, and that's supposed to possess some very strange mystical powers. It's also rumored to be the place where Odin hid the Destroyer armor.
What is the Destroyer armor?
It's an enchanted armor created by Odin that's supposed to activate at Ragnarok. The truly unique thing about this is, you don't wear it. You project your consciousness into it.
How does that work?
When a person comes in contact with the Destroyer, his mind leaves his body and enters the armor. The person's body then becomes motionless.
Can the Destroyer be
No
defeated?
one's even damaged it, and a lot of very powerful people have tried.
So how can it be defeated?
Usually the wearer's body has to be found, or somehow the person has to be tricked into leaving the armor.
Thanks.
Hey, anytime.
Alright. That's the portal to Niflheim.
Well done. drink with me. Sit and drink with me.
Hey, could you, go talk to Valkyrie and, you know, see if she's interested in getting to know me a little better?
You think she's interested in you?
Oh, please. If there's one thing I know, it's women. I've got like a sixth sense, and I'm thinking Valkyrie's got her eye on me.
How are things at the X Mansion?
I've had enough of the place. Now that I'm done with this job, I'm splitting.
Where will you go?
Like I tell you, then Fury'd find out and he'd throw me in prison. Once things have cooled down, I'll contact you for my pay.
Always a pleasure, Weasel.
I know it.
Sit and drink with me. Sit and drink with me.
I'm not gonna sit and drink with you, bro. Try to trigger this fucking cutscene.
Sit and drink with me.
That password you gave
Oh
me
my
to
God.
Black Widow's account was perfect. I got all the info I need to prove she's a traitor.
What did you find out?
Sweet little Black Widow has traveled to Latveria several times in the last few weeks. And get this, a large amount of cash was recently wired to her account. Now Fury's gotta believe she's working for Dr. Doom.
Right, we're gonna talk to Fury right now.
Sit and drink with me.
All right,
Shut up
I'm
about the
here.
seat and drink with you.
What was so important that we couldn't discuss it outside?
Colonel Fury, we think Black Widow might be a spy for Dr. Doom.
We found a laptop that belonged to Black Widow back on the helicarrier. It held detailed security information on a SHIELD think tank known as the Imperium.
We also discovered that large amounts of money have been transferred to her bank account, and she has recently made trips to Latveria.
Why are you spying on my personnel when you should be focusing on the Masters of Evil?
What's wrong with you, Fury? Didn't you hear a word they said? The Black Widow's selling the Imperium to Doom.
You've got it all wrong. Doom broke into the Imperium a month ago and stole some very top-secret plans. Black Widow had that laptop because she'd been given the job of upgrading the security with me.
But what about the money and the trips to Latveria?
I had sent her to Latveria in the hopes of bribing one of Doom's people to get back a particular plan he stole.
What is so important about this particular plan, Colonel?
It's called Operation Allfather. It was developed in case the Asgardians ever became a threat to us. It dealt with stealing Odin's power by using the Twilight Sword.
So that's what Doom's been up to. He's out to become the most powerful god in Asgard. And you knew all along.
I was never completely sure.
Well, I think you can be now. I only hope we didn't find out too late.
Agreed. We had best get to Niflheim quickly and save Odin before Doom is able to complete his scheme.
Hi.
Hello, Sue. Don't you have a son named Franklin?
Yes. When I was pregnant with him, I stepped down from active duty, and Crystal took my place in the Fantastic
Who's
Four.
Crystal?
She's one of the Inhumans. While Crystal was a member of the team, she was Johnny's girlfriend. But as things tend to go with my brother, it wasn't a long-lasting relationship.
Who are the Inhumans?
They were the results of the Kree having experimented on humans during our Stone Age. Their goal was to build an army of super soldiers to aid in the war against the Skrull. The Kree did succeed in creating humans with supernatural abilities, but they abandoned the experiment. And the Inhumans are the result.
Thank you, Sue.
It was my pleasure.
So, are you ready for Niflheim? From what I've heard, it's quite an amazing place.
What have you heard about
There's a
Niflheim?
mountain there known as Raven Spire. It's supposed to be some sort of special zone where very powerful magic can be performed.
Why is it so
It's
special?
the focal point of Asgardian magic. An average sorcerer could become very, very powerful while at the top of the mountain.
So how are things in the expansion?
I think everyone's about ready for Weasel to leave.
What do you mean?
Colossus came back late last night after a week-long trip to Russia. He found Weasel in the kitchen and wound up putting him through a wall. Karma managed to get between them and explain who Weasel was.
Thanks, Storm.
Come back anytime, my friend.
News of my father is most disturbing. We should leave for Niflheim immediately.
Do you think your father might be in trouble?
Many would trust in his strength and say Odin cannot be defeated.
But you doubt that.
Yes. With Loki involved, my father could be in great danger. There is no telling what the god of evil has planned.
Have you heard of the Doom Destroyer?
I have battled it
Armor?
several times, and it truly is invincible. The metal it is constructed of is harder than Uru.
What's
A
Uru?
mystical metal known only to Asgard. It is even harder than adamantium. My hammer, the Mjolnir, is constructed of it, as are several other enchanted weapons of my people.
How did you get your hammer?
It was given to me by my father, Odin. It is enchanted so that only those it deems noble enough can lift it. My father had me endure many trials so that I would become worthy of Mjolnir. There were many times I would measure my success by seeing how far I could lift it from the ground.
Has anyone lifted your hammer?
Yes, my father, the X-Man named Storm, Captain America, and Beta Ray Bill.
Who's Beta Ray Bill?
An alien who, after a great many trials, became the protector of his people. He picked up my hammer not knowing its true power, and Mjolnir deemed him worthy to lift it.
Thanks, Lord.
You are welcome, my friend.
Your friend Weasel continues to stare at me.
Are you interested in Weasel?
Interested. Romantically? Please. I just ate.
He has a crush on you.
This is absurd. How could a toad like that even think he is worthy of the affections of the great Valkyrie?
Do you only gather fallen warriors from
In
Asgard?
years gone by, I was able to gather warriors from Earth. But I was recently told we were no longer allowed to do that.
Why?
It was by order of Odin. An order I do not agree with. But it is not my place to argue with the mightiest of the gods.
So why don't you go over and meet
I
Weasel?
assume you are joking. I would sooner stick both hands in the mouth of Fenris as talk to that pasty-faced human.
You might like him once you get to know him.
Nay, I say to you, he smells of greasy food and breathes through his mouth.
Thanks, Valkyrie.
Bid thee good day, human. Does your friend Weasel realize how close he is to death every time he winks at me? I bid...
I remember you.
Are you friends with Weasel?
Oh yeah, me and Weasel go way back. I saved him from a life of drudgery, working at some high-paying job. Thanks to me, he's now hiding out in rat holes and dodging bullets as a mercenary of the information highway.
Well, that's really something.
Tell me about it. I mean, who needs a cushy job and security when you can have adventure and the promise of a short life?
Can Weasel be trusted?
He's like the ultimate Boy Scout. Unless, of course, money's involved. He'd sell his grandma's walking cane for $1. As a matter of fact, I bought his grandma's walking cane for $1.
Can we trust the information you got?
Oh yeah, 100%. Maybe. A bit. No. He's probably making it all up.
Yes, I can see it, devil.
Want to hear me play the 1812 Overture with my armpit?
Nah. Alright, I got 2 more people to talk to.
I don't know about you, but I'm plenty steamed at fury. Why'd he leave us in the dark about this whole Imperium thing?
Have you always been an X-Men?
Me? I've been a part of just about anything you could name. The Avengers, Alpha Flight. Heck, I've even been a Horseman of Apocalypse.
You were a
Oh
villain?
yeah. Bad guys have managed to get their hooks into me a couple of times. The hand's been the most recent.
What did the hand do with you?
It brainwashed me and turned me into an enemy of the state. I was running around attacking everyone I used to work with. Thanks to Fury, I got back to myself. Then Elektra and I went and paid the hand a little visit, just to set things straight.
Thanks for that for Wolverine.
No problem.
Alright, let's see.
Wow, talk about a mind blower. How could Nick have kept that information from us? How could he not tell us he suspected what Doom's plans were all along?
What's with you and the Human Torch?
We may take shots at each other, but it's all in fun. Johnny's a good kid, even if he is like a little yipping poodle most of the time.
But there are times where it seems like you two hate each other.
Nah, you got it all wrong. I love you, little darling. I only get the urge to clobber him once in a while.
Thanks, thing.
No problem.
Alright. Talk to everyone.
Sit and drink with me.
I'm not sitting here drinking with you, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is gonna be a short video because after this video, I will be going to sleep.
The final phase of our plan is about to commence. The attack on the Omega base, the kidnapping of the X-Man, and our dealings with Mephisto have all led up to this moment. I would remind you that failure is not an option.
You worry too much, my good doctor. We are more than prepared to achieve our ultimate goal.
And you worry too little. How often have we all had victory firmly in our grasp, only to have it snatched away by the heroes?
You do realize, Baron Mordo, that the price of failure will be the wrath of Odin. Are you prepared for that?
No. No, I don't suppose I am.
None of us are. It would be a fate worse than death.
And that is why we must be absolutely certain we are willing to do what must be done for success.
Fear not, Dr. Doom. I am prepared for whatever challenges we meet.
As am I. Just knowing the rewards that await makes it all worthwhile.
Of that, you have no fear, Ultron. Everyone will get what's coming to them.
So you've returned, eh? Well, I've nothing left to steal. So leave me in peace.
Yeah, we're at thieves, if that's what you're implying. We're here to free Odin. Have you seen him?
He did pass through here on his way to battle. I don't know who he fought, but the very ground shook from the force of the blows. It has recently grown silent, and I fear all is not well for Odin.
Who are you?
I am Vola, prophetess of Asgard. I believe you when you say you do not have my ring. But should you find it, I would gladly tell your fortune.
Okay, if we come across your ring, we'll return it to you. Let me bring up the portal. I know it's a short video, guys, but I'm kind of tired, so I'm gonna head to bed. But, you know, like and subscribe, do those good things. See you in the next one. Peace.